something to keep this show moving right along. Your next comedian comes to stage. Very funny, man. Give it up for Mr. Dave Martin.
Hey! Hey, Trevor Wilson, everybody. Give another big round of applause for him. Has anyone else done that yet? Get a little bit of applause for the host. So it appears that your set's going off to a great start. Nobody's done that? Oh, my God. It is good to be here tonight. It's just nice to fucking get out. Thank you guys for sitting in the front row. That's very cool of you. It's very cool to sit in the front row. I'm still amazed at many comedy shows that, like, I don't know what happened in the 80s or the 90s that, like, gave people, like, comedy club PTSD, that people are still afraid to sit in the front row. It's just, but people are like, oh, no, they're going to make fun of us. They're going to make fun of us. No, sit in the front row. That's cool. You're sitting in the front row. That's very cool of you. You know, I bet there are a lot of strippers out there that wish that their audiences had the fear of the front row that most comedy club audiences do. You know? If you go to a strip club, man, the front row is a magnet for perverts. But, you know, I would actually find that kind of refreshing of going to a strip club and then all of a sudden the stripper just takes out a microphone and starts making fun of the people in the front row. Wouldn't that be refreshing? That would be like, hey, where'd you get that shirt? You lose a bet or something? Where are you from? Well, I'll speak much slower then. You know, all the, not the best crowd work out of a, you know, that's not how she got the gig in the first place, but I think that would be entertaining. I like to try to learn something new every day, and I was at a Tim Hortons, and I learned this. There is a beverage called a 4x4. I was standing in line, and the guy in line in front of me ordered something called a 4x4. I didn't know what it was. I asked him, but I kind of could have figured it out on my own. But basically, a 4x4 is that's when you get 4 creams and 4 sugars, and you put it in a medium-sized cup. I was like, isn't that fucking cake? Aren't you drinking cake at that point? Shouldn't you be kind of embarrassed too? Like, isn't that the kind of coffee order you just write on a piece of paper and just slide to the guy behind the counter? Like you're gonna rob the place or buy, like, you know, magazine porn or something like that? Like, that's my coffee, that's my porn, you know? And that is not a going back to work beverage. Oh my God, that is a lie down and enjoy your diabetes beverage. You are not getting a lot of shit done after you drink a mug of cake. I am in a relationship myself at this point, but it's good. And I think, you know, if you're in love, I think that's awesome. But I think the longer that you are in a relationship, the love turns into sort of different formations and morphs into different shit. But you know what I think love is? I think sometimes love is driving home with the one that you love, and sometimes they drive you so crazy that you want to push them out of a moving car, yet you still want them to be there when you get home. That's what I think love is. Or at that point, you know. But my ex used to always comment that I wasn't that romantic, and I think I'm better at romance in this relationship. I'd have to say that. But my ex called me out once when we were sitting in a park, and we see this elderly couple walk past us, and they're holding hands, and she goes, "Aw, isn't that sweet? They've been together for so long, and they're still so much in love that they're holding hands." And I was like, yeah, they're probably holding hands so one of them just doesn't wander off somewhere, okay? I don't know if that's love. I think it's more like the buddy system, all right? I'm sure they're very happy together, but I hope they get back to wherever they started from, but don't give them too much credit, okay? My girlfriend, we actually had to go down. We didn't have to. We wanted to go down to this destination wedding in Mexico. It was at an all-inclusive. And anyone here go down to an all-inclusive before? Do that Canadian thing? All the drinks are free. All the drinks are free. It's awesome, man. You don't have to walk around with a wallet or anything like that. And what was weird was like there was like a family section of the resort that we were at, and then there was like an adults-only section. And as soon as I hear adults only, I think there's going to be like 2 people fucking around every corner of just like, hey, you two, you can't come there. Don't do that, you know. But it just means that there's no kids. There's no kids there on the adult side, right? And one thing I was worried about, and this one I worry about this everywhere I travel, if I'm going to be able to find marijuana there. And if you go to an all-inclusive resort or any resort or just Mexico in general, you do not have to worry about finding marijuana, right? Because the first quarter of the beach belongs to Mexico, belongs to the resort, and the other 3/4 of the beach belongs to Mexico. It's just public, right? So there are these guys that walk up and down the beach the whole time, and they're selling like jewelry and T-shirts and sunglasses and cigars, right? But this is basically how, if someone thinks that you want to buy a cigar, this is basically how it goes. Excuse me, senor, would you like to buy a cigar? No, that's quite all right. Marijuana, cocaine? Like, whoa, that escalated awfully fast. There was no pause, There wasn't no international sign of smoke a joint or tap the nose for cocaine. It was marijuana, cocaine. No, are you cool? Or are you a cop? None of that. None of that at all. And the one thing, as soon as they find out that you're from Canada, they immediately give you one of those doctors, I got good news and I got bad news speeches for you. Because Canadian marijuana has an amazing reputation. It honestly does. Right? So he found out I was from Canada, and this is his reaction. He was like, I got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is it's not going to be as good as your Canadian weed. You don't think you're going to get some seeds? You're going to get some seeds, man. But the good news is I got some marijuana. Like that's the only good news I need, right? And it's bad. It is shit marijuana. It basically is the kind of thing that just reminds you of marijuana. It was like, oh, well, that was a nice 15 minutes. Okay, well, let's smoke another joint, I guess. Should last a little longer than that. But once and you gotta go off the resort. Don't be one of those fucking assholes who just stays on the resort. Hey, this is great, Mexico's wonderful. Well, yeah, the resort's wonderful, but you gotta go off the resort. And I went into the town one time, and man, if I thought I was offered marijuana and cocaine before, oh my God, you go off the resort. They're like, hey, Canada, Blue Jays, Maple Leafs, marijuana, cocaine. And it's like, well, I support the local team, and what were the other two things you said? But also, and then as soon as they find out that you're not interested in marijuana or cocaine, then they're immediately on, would you like to find some women? Women, yeah. They find some women, women. I was like, no, that's quite all right. No, I'm just buying a luchador wrestling mask. I'll be on my way, sir. No. Women. And I swear to God, as I'm walking away after refusing women a number of times, I actually hear this. Men? No, I'm not. No. And then it was like a cliche out of like some 80s movie where everyone goes down to Tijuana to get laid. I'm walking away and I actually hear someone go, do you want to meet my sister? I was like, hello, stop right there. Of course, I do want to pay for sex, but only with a woman with a shitty brother. And I want to support a family business. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. But one thing I do recommend, if you go down and if you go off the resort, you go into one of the marketplaces, do not buy the first thing that you see. The first thing that you see is kind of cool. You're like, oh, hey, man, I bet there's only one of those in the market. But no, you're going to see about 80 of them wherever you go, right? And this is my favorite sales technique when I was in Mexico. Someone would go up to you and they'd offer you something. You'd be like, no, it's okay. And then they'd be like, oh, senor, my boss, he's gone away for the day. So how about I give you an extra special price? And then I was like, no, so that's quite all right. But that was like one sales technique I never understood. Like, supposedly his boss is going to come back, and won't he find some discrepancy in the numbers and the amount of jewelry that they have? Is that not going to backfire on him at some point, It's sort of like whenever I watch a porn movie and like a guy is there to fix the pipes and then the woman doesn't have enough money to pay for him to fix the pipes, so she gives him a blowjob in exchanging to fix the pipes. I'm always like, is that guy like an independent contractor or does he work for someone else? Is he going to have to go back to the office and give his boss like 20% of the blowjob that he just got? I know I should just jerk off when I watch porn, but I had other questions. All right, that's been awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.